and welcome to term 2, kindergarten. It seems like you're at your house and I'm at my house, but I feel that in a couple of weeks we may be able to get back to normal, being we hit school and our library and continue learning as normal. For now, though, we're going to start our term here and there, and hopefully we see each other soon. This time, our learning is about what makes a story a story. And when I ask students what makes a story at the start of term 2, they often tell me a story has words, and the story has pictures, and the story has paper, and the story has a front and a back. But not every story is found in a book. Sometimes we tell stories. Sometimes stories live in our memory, and we tell stories to each other. So not every story necessarily has to be in a book. Some stories we see on television and in movies. Some stories we tell in song. So what makes a story is not just what makes a book a book. In a few minutes, I'm going to show you some pictures, some illustrations from stories that I think you'll know. And I'm going to ask you to look at that picture and shout out what you think of the story that picture might be from, or that picture might be showing. And then afterwards, we'll have a little think about how you knew which story was which. What was it about the picture? What was in the picture that told you that? Okay? I'll see you in a minute. All right, let's try this. I'm about to show you an illustration from a story that I think you know. So here's the illustration. Now, shout out what story that is from. Okay, here's another one. Okay, what story is that from? Okay, how did you know that? What it was in that picture that let you know the name of that story? Okay, here's one more. This one's a little harder. You have to look more carefully. There's a lady, and she's on a bed or something, and it looks like she's asleep, and there's some guy, and he's leaning over her. What do you think that one is? Could you guess that one? If you said Sleeping Beauty, you are correct. How did we know all these different stories? What was it about the photo that gave that away? If you said it was the bears and Goldilocks, or it was the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood, what you noticed were the characters. The characters are the people or parts of a story that tell the story, that make the story happen. So one of the things that we're going to learn to do in kindergarten this term is to identify characters. We're going to be able to spot characters in a story and say that character's a really good character, and I think that character is kind or helpful, and that character is not a helpful character. Maybe it's a little selfish or cheeky or naughty, or maybe even worse. So we're going to learn to identify or spot the characters, and then we're going to learn to talk about the characters and what is it that we can say about the characters and how did we know that. Okay, today we're going to read a story which I think some of you might know. It is called The Paper Bag Princess, and it is written by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Michael Marchenko. So we are going to read this together.